It's Whacky Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. I'm Gordon, streaming to you live with Unlock Your Bioenergy. And I asked the question, are you competitive? Are you? The reason why I bring this up is on LinkedIn. I play this puzzle game and observe comments from time to time. And I think about the mindset that many people seem to have. One of those mindsets is a competitive one, which I myself have. However, I try to keep it within, meaning staying humble. And when I see competitive responses as shown in the photo, which I will show, my response is a question to the 99% of people who don't do something unless they have to. Are you one of the 99% of people out there that don't do something unless they have to? Now, I'm not talking about something that is dangerous, but rather something that supports and encourages you to live well, live long, and to live young. For some, it seems as a stretch, but it is achievable. And I am leading by example. Are you ready? Find out how with me right here at Unlock Your Bioenergy. As what I do is 100% foundational and is needed to maximize your longevity, to live well, live long, and to live young. And that photo that I talked about is this guy right here. This lady writes, Casey Forsyth. She's a business partner of something, sales and marketing connectors, BU. So, an official account on LinkedIn tied to a real individual. She writes, 12 seconds and flawless with no backtracks. I'm smarter than 75% of CEOs today. And I write, many people brag about being smarter than an X percentage number of CEOs. I wonder how many would brag about that they live well, live long, and live young. How many would brag about that? Probably not many. They would stay humble because jealousy can come into play. How many people are jealous of other people around the world? How many people are jealous of their family members that are, living healthier lives? Or jealous of their neighbor, jealous of their friends? What are they doing to accomplish that? Are they exercising like yours truly right here, 6 days a week? And Jeff, if you're watching, then that means I have your respect. And that means lots here. And if you are, message me. Let me know. Also on LinkedIn, Megan Salvador writes, earlier today or last night, on November 21st, my dad passed away after a long and courageous battle with the Big C. I'm sharing this here because many of you have supported me, checked in, and kept my family in your thoughts and prayers throughout this journey the last 2 years. Your kindness has meant more than you know. Thank you for being part of the community that helped carry us through. This experience has reminded me how brief and unpredictable life can be, and how important it is to focus our energy on what truly matters. And this is a picture of her with her father. She's probably, I would say maybe 12 years old, maybe 13, judging by, yeah, I would say. And she obviously misses her dad because of, what transpired. So it begs the question, what do you do? What can you do? I write here, sorry to read about your loss, Megan. In addition to your post, it raises the importance of learning about preventative maintenance to live well, live long, and to live young. I have been talking about this for the past 7 months with people in/around the circle of people I know, and less than 1% of them don't do something unless they have to, which in my mind is such a shame. And I still think it's so important to make choices that are foundational to ensure that you are making the preventative maintenance choices to help you live well, live long, and live young. What are those choices? Are you drinking the cleanest, but also the most absorbable water that powers your insides, the cells? Because without it, you're dehydrated. A lot of people are chronically dehydrated. I see it all the time. They visit their doctor, they say drink more water. What kind of water? Don't drink the cleanest and most absorbable, because that's not going to fix your root cause. Just open the tap and drink that. Could that be a root cause of some of your problems? I'm just asking the questions. How many people think about those things? Oh no, it's not hurting me. It's not slowly, reducing my bioenergy or the electricity in the body. It's not doing that. It's something else that's doing it. Do you drink alcohol every single day? Most people don't. Do most people smoke? No. Do most people vape? There's lots. So are those chemicals accumulating inside the body and wreaking havoc on the cells when your body is depending on the cleanest and most absorbable as one of those foundational pieces? Oh no, but I exercise every day. Yeah, but you're replenishing with, maybe mediocre stuff. Oh, but I get enough sunlight every day. Really? When it's cloudy and the days are short, especially like they are here in Calgary? So what are you doing? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing, and it's called X39. Simple. You wear it like a little band-aid. It's the size of a quarter. And it triggers a process of photobiomodulation inside the body, much like how photosynthesis is triggered in plants. Is there a correlation to them? So what do plants absorb when they grow? They need hydrogen, right? From water? Yeah. And then when you eat the plants, what are you getting? You're getting hydrogen that's stored inside the plant. And your body's going to break it down and absorb it, right? Yeah. So Do you think that water is important for photobiomodulation inside your body in addition to eating plants or eating vegetables? Yeah, it's important. What else do you get from vegetables? You get minerals that are absorbed from the ground. Where else can you get minerals from? Sea salt. Good salts that have the minerals in it. And when you combine it with the water, like it's good health should not be complicated. But somehow, some way, things are so complicated for everybody. I don't get it. And then, when you see stories like this, it's got to make you wonder, are there things that you can do to live well, live long, and live young? Yeah, you can. What's going on here? All of a sudden the mouse is super slow. So, see that QR code right there? If you scan it, it'll take you to Unlock Your Bioenergy, where you can see some of the things that I've talked about, in addition to the podcasts that I share, right here live on Facebook. And when you scroll there, you'll see this, or when you scan the QR code, you'll see this website. And here you can, it's driving me nuts. Okay, here we go. You can scan or click on this button here. It'll take you to Start X39, which is a website that I do not own, but talks about the science and the research and the studies that have been done specifically on the X39, which affects the electricity, the bioenergy inside your body, and how it improves it, and it affects the production of the GHK copper peptide, which you have from birth. You don't need to inject it into your body. You just need to flip the switch, like you turn on the switch in a dark room, closet, and turn the light on. You need to reignite the bioenergy inside the body. And when you do that, then strange things can happen. What are those strange things? Well, one of those strange things is having an increase in energy, reduction in brain fog. Here I'm showing you 6 days a week how much energy it gives me. And I'm not eating, 200 grams of protein a day. 25 to 30 grams, that's it. But yet somehow I'm still keeping the muscle weight, even with all the cardio that I'm doing. Now how is that? Is drinking the cleanest and most absorbable as part of that process assisting it along? I think so. And then combining it with what's foundational that the body needs to trigger that process of photobiomodulation inside the body. Yesterday I did chest and triceps. So am I feeling the chest fibers today? I'm feeling a good amount of hypertrophy, that the muscles recovering from it. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I feel the triceps. I like to chase that feeling of discomfort to really make sure that you're maximizing the time that you have or that you allocate for your exercise, which I do. Half an hour, around 35 minutes is on average. That's doable for most people. But make sure you stay focused. Don't waste too much time in that 35 minutes. Don't be browsing on this thing, thinking, oh, what am I going to do next? Well, plan it out or follow along. I guide you through the process. I plan a little bit ahead, so that way I'm kind of prepared. But today, I'll be doing legs. But before that, if you want to make a purchase of X39, scan that QR code that you see right there. and it'll take you to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazic. That is my first and last name, my real name, and I am registered as a brand partner with LifeWave. I'm a LifeWave independent distributor. So, if my testimonial 6 days a week shows you that, hey, maybe this guy has some credibility behind what he's saying, then show your support. I encourage you to make a purchase of X39 and start today. Because it will not only help you, it may help somebody around you in your circle, but it also helps me. And I would appreciate your support. So, and if that's you, Jeff, think about it. Last but not least, I'm going to just turn this guy off here. Did I have anything else? No. Last but not least is today's workout. So I'm going to start with a warm-up. And I have the metronome set right here. So that's going to help keep time. And then I will switch it to 60 beats per minute to help with the reps, because I want to be able to make sure that I'm contracting the rep while moving the weight. And today will be a little bit different. I'll be doing some different things, so stay tuned. It's going to be a good one today. I'm always thinking, how I can switch things up a little bit using similar principles to make sure that you're working the body and the muscle and also other parts as well to help strengthen yourself overall. It's important to keep doing that. So, starting with a 9-minute warm-up, let's begin. Warm up the skip rope, that's okay. I'm going to use the Buddy Lee rope. Alright. I will push the intensity later on, or at the end of the timer. Trying tricks now. Oh goodness. yesterday I opted to do double unders during the intensity portion of the last 2 minutes, and I hit a pretty good heart rate. I may try that again and see how I feel as I get closer. One thing I don't feel is the water bouncing in my stomach. And that's one thing that I really notice, especially when you skip. If the water you drink bounces, then you know it's not being absorbed that fast. And normally I'm always exercising on an empty stomach, so I'm still, I would just say, fasting, so to speak. So I'm on a fasted state, and then I will be replenishing after I work out later today. Right now you can see the time is somewhere around 1 o'clock or something. One thing I do like about skipping is that you can instantly turn on the heat or the intensity, however you want to call it. And it's very, very, very good to do that, but also in doing so it tests your mind-muscle connection, essentially your coordination, and if you have low levels of electricity in your body, it would affect the coordination ability that you have. And most people don't think about this. You know, if you're good at running or whatever, you have coordination, but if you can't skip, then you probably have a lower level of electricity in your body. And can you fix that? I believe you can. Alright, we're getting close to the 2-minute mark. That's where I'm gonna push the intensity. What I will try, I'm gonna turn off the metronome and let's go. Alright, 2 minutes left. So I'm going to try that. Alright, here we go. What I'm going to do is change the metronome to 60 beats. Alright? And in doing so, that's going to help me with keeping track of my tempo with regards to the training aspect. So what I'm going to do is use this bar with the red band and also the door anchor, which I'm going to step on today. And it's going to be a single one today, largely because I'm going to do closed chain reverse lunges with vibration. And with that, I'm going to also put the ankle straps around my knees, but I'm going to do them this way, as I like to make sure I save the Velcro. Call me a frugal person, however, I don't care. So that's almost 2 minutes rest. Alright. So now I'm going to set the vibration plate and change this here to the heart rate monitor so you can see what's going on. Before I do that, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the red band. So, the band's going to be attached to the wall, and I'm going to attach it here. So it's going to be I'm going to do the left leg first, and I'm going to take the vibration plate, about here. There we go. So that's going to be a closed chain. So for all those that know, I'm just going to do this here. I like to use these door stops with the anchors. And by doing this here, what I'm going to do is a reverse lunge with a vibration. Let's begin. So, with the resistance, I'm able to, now I'm closing the chain. I can already feel how it's causing the discomfort. So this red band is 16 pounds, so normally last week I did double brown or double blue, which is just a little bit over 20. I probably could do the same blue band today, but what I want to focus on is the bottom of the rep. I can really feel the discomfort this way because the band is pulling me down. So I want to activate the muscle here. Oh, it's really stinging in a good way. You wouldn't think that this would work, but it does. Slow, slow. You can go back down. A quick rep up. Now you can do this with a Bosu ball, but the Bosu ball is, you know, you can stabilize, so you get the, how would you say, the skeletal fibers involved, possibly a little bit more, because it's slower. But here, when you add the vibration, wow. So there's really no way to cheat this movement. It's actually pretty good isolation. And when you keep your heel planted, gosh, oh wow, really stings. So here I am, just oh my, it's burning very well. Okay, that's the left. So now I'm going to switch to the right. So taking the alright, I'm just going to slide this over this way. That way. Now I'm going to step on the door anchor. Okay. Now here we go, the right leg for 3 minutes. Close chain. So by using the resistance like this, it's actually keeping the tension on the muscle in this part, even though I'm not lifting my body weight. In the end I can. But, so you could up this intensity by making it like a Bulgarian, then it would be really uncomfortable. And you're still able to maximize both the closed chain aspect so here you can kind of keep your upper torso more straight. Here we are working it through. Closing the chain. Oh yeah, it feels very good. Very good. Wow. Oh my. Oh, this is burning. Just gotta watch it don't fall down because I'm losing my balance. Oh wow. Oh, this feels like wall sits. Sitting against the wall and just holding the isolation down is exactly what it feels like. It's very uncomfortable. Oh, wow. said, next is going to be hip thrusts. So, that's where I'm going to take. I'm going to take this band and I'm going to place it here in the bottom so it makes more of a better hinge. I've got the towel. Then I'm going to move this guy down. Taking the towel, stepping into the band. So I'm going to do a kneeling hip thrust. I need to move the plate a little bit more forward. Just slightly more. Okay. Alright. So, here we go. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to take this weight and place it right here. So that way, I don't slide off the plate. There we go. Alright. So basically working the glutes, and I can point to the outside. Hold it here at full contraction. Hip hinging. See, if I bend down too much, then I'm involving the quads, so it's kind of like this becomes a quad movement, like this, in combination with so in essence it's you can kneel down as well if you wanted to continue working the quads, because I do feel the activation that it's providing because they've become involved. But if you want to just hinge the hips down and then moving forward. It's the ankle straps that are tickling the concrete. The rings on the ankle straps. You can get into Nordic curls as well using a vibration plate. So that will come eventually. That's in the future. So that's hip thrust, kneeling. Next is going to be calf raises. So I'm going to switch to using the band. What I'm going to do is actually use double red. And doing it this way, stepping on the door anchors, this, maintaining adequate tension on the calves. Here we go. Calf raises are next. So, I have to put it under my ball of my foot. Forgot about that. Because you want to lift your heel off the ground. Ha. It's working the calves more. Now they're flat. Up. Like I could actually increase that by stepping on the or having a 2x4 underneath the door anchors, so that way you get a bigger stretch on the calf muscles. I will making a note for that here in the audio, so that way I can do that in the future, and then be able to really work the calves. So here I'm holding him at full extension, using the vibration to activate those muscles. I could start to feel the burn now. It's coming on. Standing on my tiptoes. Now lowering down slightly. So if I was standing on a 2x4, I would be able to get a bigger stretch on the calf muscle, and then using the vibration to activate the muscle in addition to the resistance. So it becomes very effective. You can hear my heels bouncing now. So I can move my feet a little bit closer. So the bounce is not as pronounced. So, feels good. Next is, I'm going to be doing tibia raises. Where I've got the ankle straps set up. I'm going to take the bands off here. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I just realized, I'm going to do hamstring curls first before taking my shoes off, because I need to take these things off. So I'm just going to switch it. I just realized now. Alright, so it's going to be somewhere about here for resistance, because I can feel the tension on the bands. And here we go. by just gonna step it forward. There we go. Now I just have a little bit more tension. I can feel it at the bottom. So I want to be able to apply the vibration at the lower end. So here we're now stretching all the way through. Holding it now at crisscross them this way. Get a little bit different, like you're kicking your opposite glute from the opposite side. They're fatigued. The hamstrings, I can feel it already. So slow negative, back up, slow negative, back up. Slow, kind of what Jeff would call a sliced rep. Oh my. So, decaf. One thing I'm going to do before I'm going to involve the hip flexors. So, I'm going to take this here. So it makes it a little bit more comfortable. And not that I already do a lot of hip flexor movements already with the jump rope, but I'm going to work on strengthening them this way with the vibration. So here, rotating it, getting all those extra fibers that I may miss. Oh yeah, I can feel it. Like this is good for even the lower abdominal as well. So for all those people that are looking to strengthen that area of the body, this works as well. I can feel it. vibration all the way. When I lift my feet off the ground, I feel them all the way up in my head. So the core is getting actual activation as well. Surprisingly, this is good. This is very good. This muscles don't get, like, the ones that are getting activated, they don't get activated that much. This is very good. If they're fatigued, feel it. So, last but not least is going to be the tibia, which I need to take off my shoes here, so that way I can slide these ankle straps off, and then put my shoe back on, and then the ankle strap will go on the tip. Tibia. So if you're a drummer and you want to strengthen that part of your foot, you can do that with this exercise. Just going to put that there. Now, take the band, put it or the ankle strap, put it on my foot. I'm going to do this as well. Alright. So, there we go. By doing a plank on the Bosu ball here, so I'm making use of the rotation, and here are working the tibia. There's a little lip on the supposed to happen. I wanted to do this. That way it's more, get a full stretch on the tibia. See, by lifting my toes up, or my heels off the ground, holding them, making them stable, can really feel the difference between my right and my left. My the right is definitely a little bit stronger. And I think that's because of the, I kick with my right foot. I can feel it now. I feel the difference. So if you're a soccer player, you would want to have this developed. It's one way you can do it. Feels good. All right, that's it for today. So, under 45 minutes. There is the, let's have a look at the heart rate or the date stamp. So today's date, December 3rd, 2025. Starting time at 1:48 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And for a maximum heart rate, I hit 163. And that was at during the sprint portion of the warm-up. So it's interesting how my heart rate went up and then dropped right down. It's kind of like it's I think I know what happened. I tried to really control my breathing when I'm going into the sprint portion, and doing so, it actually tests my VO2 capacity, and when my heart rate goes up, that's obviously because of lower amounts of oxygen in the body, and it reflects here. So when I start breathing, it drops right down, which was the case here. In the recovery, it dropped all the way down below 100. So whatever amount of time that is, maybe 2 minutes and a bit. So just, it's going to show that my conditioning is very good, and I attribute a lot of that to drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water, deuterium free, 114 degree molecular bond angle, and combining it with the other piece I call foundational, which is the X39. That is the phototherapy patch. So if you haven't done so already, click or scan that QR code that's here, and it'll take you to lifewave.com where you can make your first purchase. Try it. You will not know until you do so what it can do for you. And I'm telling you, it helps with recovery. It is superb. Because when you're activating the body to produce the GHK copper peptide naturally that you are born with, then guess what? You're going to start to reap the benefits when you're doing stuff like I'm doing 6 days a week. So if you're struggling with recovery, it's time to take a serious look at the X39, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm sharing these workouts for free. My ask is that you support me. Make a purchase. Help yourself. Because you can go to the gym, but I can't help you with recovery. But the X39 can. When you combine it with the other pieces. So, the longer you wait, the longer it takes for you to figure it out. And I am not in favor of injecting peptides or consuming peptides into your body. Because if you're forcing your body to grow muscle, you know, you have to lift the weights, right? You create micro tears in the muscle. And that's what creates a reaction. Force the same reaction with the X39 instead of injecting it into your body. Because what are peptides? How are they making these peptides? How are they doing it? If you only knew how they do it. I think I know how they do it. And if you knew, you would be pissed right off. That's it for today. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Tune in tomorrow for shoulders and rotator. Have a good night.